Yeah, just a good life, good life, good life. Every man want live with him wife and kids. Build back one with big. Yeah, just a good life, good life, good life. Every man want live with him wife and kids. Build back one with big.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel from Concept to Reality. My name is Brittany.
My name is Jay.
And today we're going to be talking about NHT and just the entire process of what you'll need to do in terms of documents and just the whole shebang, right?
Alright, so as the title said, how to get more money from NHT. So for this process, I'm going to tell you how to get it based on what I've experienced so far. So the first thing you'll need is a CIBC account. Alright, if it is that you have an account that can want to get points for every US dollar that or every US equivalent dollar you use, you get a point, then you can also use the system. But based on what I've checked so far, CIBC is the best option.
Right, but you also could do it from, for instance, Scotiabank does have a US account set up as well.
So it's not a US account, it's a points. So once it is that you can accumulate points with the credit card, then that's how you use it. Now for NCB, I know you need to be earning $10 million per year to get that option. So I don't have that. So it's CIBC. You can just be a regular customer, just take out the credit card. So how you get it now is that everything that you purchase while using the NHT loan, you'll get a point. So if it is that with our pre-approved, we got approved for the full amount that they're issuing right now, which is 6.5 each. So
6.5 million.
Correct. So both of us are getting 6.5 million, so that gives us $13 million, which you only get 2.5 allotted to the land, so you can't use anything over land. So in our previous video, when they told you that we paid 7.5, 5 million of that would come from NHT.
And the next 2.5 came from
our pocket and our people. So with that, once it is that you get the loan now, this is when you will be actively using your CIBC credit card. Granted, you can use it before it, and just once it is that you use it, you automatically pay for it. So when you're buying that steel, that block, that cement, more than likely it will be over $1 million. So once it is that you purchase everything on the credit card, you get points accumulated to the card, and that will give you at least 100 or 200 US based on how much money you spend. So once it is that we spend that $8 million, that will be around 800 US that will just get back for purchasing using the credit card. So that's a way how you can get more money from NHT. $800 now in US is, let me check.
It's a lot. Okay, Google. What's 800 US to Jamaican?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Oh, let me know that. Okay, Google. 800 US converted to Jamaican dollars.
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Alright, let me go and check.
So Google is being dumb right now.
Alright, so that would be $121,556, and of course, with the exchange rate going up and down, that will fluctuate a little bit.
Alright, so even with that though, so for some people it will be like small amount compared to paying $8 million, but it's better than nothing. So if it is that we can work with that, then we'll work with that 121,000. You can use that towards the land or the door,
or just finishing up some things, because I mean even though our maxed budget that we're getting for after the paying for the land is 8 million, based on what we want to do, that's not gonna cover it. So that will be money that we can go into finishing up everything that we want to do.
And for us now, the other part of it, so I've been contributing to NHT for 6 years, and they gave us this option in which we could use our refund, because you have to get an NHT refund for up to 2019 if we had the option to either wait for it or we can put it towards our mortgage and reduce the overall cost. Go into that option.
Obviously.
So that's an option that's available to anyone who has contributed to NHT.
And it's really important that I think it's a good idea to put that towards it, because then it of course lowers the amount that you have to pay overall.
Seeing that the refund is now at 2004, 2000, I don't know where the refund is.
Yeah, it's not. I believe it's at 2012, not 4, because we wouldn't have been working then.
Yeah.
But I believe it's at 2000. It's not recent. It's not in 2020 or 2021. So once you're working within a certain period, then of course you would have money in the bank for you to put towards the land, and you can reach out to NHT and actually get this information. Once you have your, I believe the TRN, they'll be able to tell you.
Alright, so Chief Editor here. So while editing this video, I noticed there's something that I did miss. So there's another option in which you can get more additional funds on the CIBC card. The first option would be that if it is that you want to pay your mortgage on a monthly basis, you can. It doesn't have to actually be directly withdrawn from your paycheck. You can ask the company to desist and you pay it on your own. What I would suggest though, you have to be very vigilant with this, because one, it requires you to remember that this should be paid every month. And if it's not like a bill that you get like JPS or water commissioner that you get a reminder. This is, you have to remind yourself. So it will add up definitely in the future, so you can get more cash back or reward points so that you can put on the card. So that's also another option. So also there's the solar loan, in which you can get a loan to purchase a solar panel to put on your house, help with reduce of Jamaica private service. So they can assist with getting a solar panel and a solar water heater if you want. I would recommend the solar panel. I think that is something that we're considering, because again, that's funds that we don't have to spend directly now, and it can put towards your house. So I'll let you guys get back to the video and try to finish this edit.
Alright, so we're going to be looking at some of the documents that you need to go to NHT. Alright, so firstly, so this is a slip from NHT that you can collect when you go there.
They'll give you
yeah, they'll provide it to you. So you will need your NIS card, your TRN. If employed to a company, you will need a job letter from that company, as well as the last 2 months of pay slips from your present employer. You'll need a proof of age. Well, it's not 2, sorry, it's 3. You'll need a proof of your age, so like your birth certificate. You'll need 2 acceptable means of identification, so your passport, your national ID, or your driver's license will work. You'll need 1 current passport size photo, a copy of the registered title, a certificate of payment of taxes. Can you explain those last 2 for me?
Alright, certificate of payment of taxes is that thing that I spoke about in the last video. That says that you need to have the taxes paid before they can start the process of the NHT. So, our cat. So, with NHT, once it is that it's clear, then you can start the process. If it's not clear, the vendor has to clear it, and you have to wait on the vendor.
Alright, another thing that you'll need, and we mentioned this in the last video as well, is the surveyor's report. Mentioned this delivery. Alright, so another document that you'll need, and we mentioned this in the last video before, is the surveyor's report. So this was the one that we got, well, one of the documents that we got from 360 Degree Surveyors, and it's one of the documents that you need to pay for. It's $25,000.
Come here. Come here. Timmy.
So another thing that you would need is a signed sale agreement. So the signed sale agreement would be coming from the vendor, so the person that's selling you the land, they would need to sign something to show NHT that you're buying that land from them, as well as the deposit receipt. So our deposit receipt would have been the 5% of our land value, which was $375,000. So NHT will also need that. And finally, the statement of account from the vendor.
Correct. So we need their account so that NHT can send them the funds. Alright.
So the next thing is if there's any costs associated with going to NHT. So in actuality, there is and there isn't. So when I say there is, because of course the certain documents that they require, such as the survey report, it's going to cost you money. However, NHT themselves won't ask you for any money. Another thing that you want to note as well, now that I think about it, if you are paying NHT, and I mean most persons are, if you're paying NHT contributions, you can ask them to apply that to your loan.
Yes, that's what we're going to next. So it's really the process for NHT. So for us, I was always confused because I was not sure how NHT works. I thought it was that you have to get approved for the house lot loan and then you have to come back and get approved for the construction loan. But that's not actually the process. Once it is that you get approved for the house lot loan, the amount that you get approved for, you automatically get approved for the construction loan. So our loan, basically we just went in there and sign
away life.
Sign. So that's really the process. Once it is that you have all the documents in order and they approve you, you just go in there to sign away your life, and that would be it. Alright, so with that now it comes to the timeline. So for us, we're 6 months in. So I once heard that you need to have the patience of God. This is true.
Job. Patience of Job.
God took, because God have a patience with people. So, we have to wait 6 months. So the first thing that you wait for is after you send the loan, it needs to go through every hand in Jamaica first. And then you just call and get the status update.
So just to give you an idea, we applied for the loan back in March of 2021, and we are now currently in August 2021.
And we got the call last week.
Yeah, like today's date is the 28th. And we got the call last week.
So we got the call last week that it has been dispersed. No, we got the call Monday.
Yeah, but we got the call on Monday to say, hey, the land portion of the whole process was approved, the money was dispersed to the vendor, we're good to go for the land is now in our name.
We own the land.
Right, we own the land. So now, yeah, we're about to start the process of getting the construction funds, and that's where, after we get that, we can start that,
So the timeline, you're really, during the time you can call and just ask for a status update. After the status update, for the construction loan, I am going very fast in terms of I did things that you should not be doing during the time period of waiting, which is went to my architect, draw the plan, I went to parish council. So I'm just waiting for parish council now to approve so I can get the construction loan. Now once it is that you get the call that it's being reviewed by the titles office, that is where I can say you have hope. You can now start with the architect, you can start with the parish council, because that can run 2 months on. For us, with the NHT, they said that you have to wait 2 months before you can apply for the construction loan. I've been waiting 6 months.
We're not waiting anymore.
So I asked them if we could just pay it now and just start the process now. We paid it, and you pay 2 months in advance.
Yeah, 2 months. And when we say pay, we're talking about the amount that you'd have needed to pay for the mortgage for the land. So for us, it works out to about $17,000.
$239.43. Remember,
if you're being specific. Individually, so that works out to about $35,000 per month, and it's 2 months that we're paying for, right?
Correct.
Right.
So after that, now, for us, it's just to start the construction. So we're just waiting for it to be approved. I'll drop the documents off again. So for that, we need back certain documents. They already have the title, so they will need proof of pay again. They'll need your job letter again. They will need the certificate of taxes again.
The proof of the
ID again.
like so the passport and secondary ID?
Yes, really that's the full NHT process we have gone through. You will go through something similar if it is that you're going through Jamaica. For the next video,
just mentally prepare yourself for a good couple months before you even break ground.
True. So next video I'll talk about the architect.
The design that we came up with, you'll see pretty much a visual of what our home, our dream home will look like, and you know, I'm super excited. This is where my part comes in because I'm all about the design, so I'm really looking forward to that.
And also we'll show, so the next video title will be From Concept to Reality, which will show you the full concept of I can't say no. So it'll be from concept to reality, which will show you the full work on how we got it from inception to idea to reality. So I'll show you the cost associated with the architect.
Who we used, he was amazing by the way.
Very, very good actually. Very highly recommended as well. So I'll give you his contact number as well if you like to use him, and also the freelance option for that as well. So I'll go over everything what the challenge is about basically in that video.
Yeah.
So thank you
and
guys.
you guys will get to see the first glimpse of the land.
But that's about it.
Thanks for watching. If you like it, like,
comment,
share, and
subscribing is optional.
It's not.
And see you guys next week.